remember like seeing interviews with you, even speaking to you, you seemed kind of so cool and so relaxed, like, that's okay. Control the controllables seemed to be your kind of attitude.
Just control what's in front of you or what you can.
Wow. What's it going to be like going into the rematch?
Exactly, it's worse. Yeah, whatever was happening in his mind, because there's nothing wrong physically with him, he's not come out and said it anyway. He's going to be in a worse mental state going into that, because it's like, it's just a rerunning what was a real bad experience for him. And other than that, other than the fact that we both probably agree that if he goes into a meet...
Get out of the way, mate. How dare he? How dare he walk in front of me when I'm speaking? That Fabio does carry the power, but you know, with the experience that I have, with the amateur background, professional background, and I've already been in the ring with a lot of fighters who are punchers. So it's nothing really new, you know. I just got to be on my game.
Joseph Parker's reaction said it all after that tense moment. Calm, composed, and completely in control. Fabio Wardley's outburst didn't come from confidence. It came from pressure. While Fabio lost his cool, Parker...
I'm not sure what the problem was with the eye. Maybe it was a problem.
Ready for the spotlight, the other looked desperate to grab it. Tony Bellew summed it up perfectly. Joseph Parker represents hard work and class in the heavyweight scene. While others talk, he performs. He's taken on top names like
Wildo's Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
The whole heavyweight division knows Joseph Parker, so I'll just say that straight away now.
He gets his arm raised and he sails off into the sunset.
I think if this guy wins, he's literally done it all. He'll be...
Would you want Joseph Parker's name on your ledger, though?
I mean,
He's the last one,
possibly, maybe Palmer is the only one, but
yeah.
I know him, he probably will.
and more focused than ever. Fabio might be mistaking experience for weakness, and that's his biggest mistake. Parker always performs best when underestimated. That's the mindset of a champion. Parker isn't dismissing Wardley, he's studying him. His approach isn't based...
Not so much age, I would say, because he's not the oldest, but time within the sport, potentially. He's been around for a very long time. He's had a lot of fights. I think he's close. He's either at or is close to having 40-odd fights. Some of those have been rough wars. Some of those have been pretty good back and forth. Like, he doesn't shy away from a scrap, so he has got a few...
Young, eager, and overconfident. They promise fireworks, but Parker turns that energy against them. Fabio talks about skill. Parker demonstrates it. The moment the first clean jab lands, everyone will see the difference.
Whoever's in front of you, fight them, smash them, move on to the next. So for me, this Fabio Wardley fight is the most important, and he is my Usyk, because there's no point thinking about Usyk if I can't take care of business with Fabio Wardley.
Wardley's about to learn how small the margin for error becomes at the top level. Joseph Parker is locked in, total focus. Not chasing headlines or arguments, he's preparing for dominance. Every fight matters to him because each one shapes his legacy. After that heated moment...
Yeah, thank you everyone. Great to be here. First I'd like to thank Queensbury Promotions Frank Warren for getting this fight on at quite short notice. Often these...
performance does. Parker's been overlooked before and always comes back smarter and stronger. Fabio might have power, but Parker's faced power before. His timing, precision, and calm under pressure are what truly separate him.
For both guys to take this fight, a big risk for Fabio Wardley because it's a massive jump up in comparison to Justis Huni, and it's the unpredictability and the unknown of Fabio Wardley for Joseph Parker. You know, so I respect the both guys for taking this fight. Frank Warren hit the nail on the...
And that's the difference between a puncher and a world-class boxer. For Parker, every fight feels like a title fight. He doesn't chase hype, he builds habits. While others talk, he trains quietly and delivers on fight night. That's why he thrives when the lights come on. He's built for the moment. That's what makes this...
And listen, then I got all the mandatories, you know? But this is my Usyk now, Fabio Wardley. Like, the target's on him, and nothing else matters. Because if I don't get this right, there's no point talking about any...
He's been knocked down before, but that only made him stronger. Fabio may believe he's ready, but Parker has turned past struggles into weapons. He's not here to survive, he's here to dominate. Fraser Clark sees it clearly. It's a great matchup, but Parker's experience gives him the...
I feel like Wardley wins this fight with a knockout. I don't know why I'm thinking of it, but it's just, you know, when you know, it's like that. It's like when you play the lottery and then you just get your numbers right. And I believe Fabio has got his numbers right now, because after his last performance, he's got something to prove. I know Fabio for a while, you know. Fabio's a little beast. And Joseph is a beast as well, but I believe that Fabio Wardley wins this fight with a knockout. It will stop Joseph.
Struggle to recover. His combinations don't just land, they break patterns. When that rhythm starts, there's no stopping it. Duke McKenzie gives Fabio credit for how far he's come, from small shows to headline bouts. But against Parker, relying on one perfect punch won't work. Parker's composure and experience...
I think he's actually... He relies on his power far too much. He hasn't brought enough to his game right now, and I thought he would have kicked on from that. If he's going to have any chance against Josie Parker, then he can't just rely on that big right hand. Josie Parker's a seasoned, well-schooled athlete.
Who hits hard.
Yeah, who hits hard. He's on a resurgence in terms of his confidence and where he is in boxing now, Parker. So it's a
Irving legacy. When those goals clash, it's more than a fight. It's about pride and survival. Adam Smith also points out that Parker needs this fight to stay in momentum while Usyk's out. Fabio enters on a high after his last close win, but Parker has faced and beaten.
I'm treating this as my championship of the world fight. That's how you should treat every fight. I'm taking this guy very seriously, and I've been building way back in New Zealand, and now I'm in Ireland, zoning in on what I have to do to prepare for what he brings.
Are you
composure? Wardley's toughness keeps him in fights even when he's hurt, but Parker's discipline can turn that aggression into a trap. He'll pick his moments carefully, and when he strikes, it could be the defining moment of the night. Frank Warren says it best, this fight is all action. When two heavy...
Parker has got wonderful skills, and under Andy Lee he's really rejuvenated, and I think he's one of the best heavyweights in the world, period now, former world champion of course. I think he's better than he once was, so that's a problem for Wardley, but Wardley brings that power in. And remember, Joe Joyce knocked Joe Parker out, others have had him in trouble, Dillian White down, so you can never write Wardley out of anything. And he'll
reminded everyone that this isn't just another fight, it's personal. The intensity has fans talking, and now all that's left is to see whether the same energy shows up in the ring. Eddie Hearn's praise for Parker says a lot. From beating Deontay Wilder to stopping Zhang, Parker's proven he...
On a couple of occasions. What are his biggest qualities?
Well, you don't need me to tell you nothing more than he can punch very hard. You know, you only have to ask my face. Yeah, he can really bang, and he's gritty. He's tough and he's gritty. You know, that's definitely his strengths. But then again, so is Joseph Park. You know, very tough, very durable, very good boxing brain. It's a cracking fight, though.
This fight might shape the next heavyweight contender. The question is, will Parker prove his dominance, or will Wardley shock the world? Wilder and Zhang and prove time and again that he's not just another fighter. He's the standard others chase. If Fabio thinks he can throw Parker off with aggression, he's in for a surprise. That's the thing about Fabio Wardley. He speaks as if Parker's on the decline, but Parker isn't slowing down. He's sharper,
He's got at least 6-7 set combinations. He can fight. So he needs to control this beast. If he doesn't control it, don't be surprised if you get an upset Saturday night. Don't be surprised.
Do you think Parker has the power or the speed and combination?
I think he's got the speed and
based on fear. It's pure concentration. He knows every fight builds his legacy, and this one just happens to have Fabio's name on it. For Parker, it's business, no drama, no distractions. Fabio Wardley has confidence, but confidence without control can backfire. Parker has seen fighters like him before. He's back among the elite. He's not chasing attention, he's chasing greatness. Hearn's already talking about major fights ahead, but before any of that, Parker...
If Fabio Wardley's just reliant on that one shot, it's not going to come, because Hooney didn't know how to close that fight out. Hooney could have run like a thief in a night on that last round and won a landslide decision.
So how does Joe Parker take this?
And remind everyone why he belongs at the top. Fabio's confidence sells the show, but Parker's control could win the war. Parker must get through a dangerous challenge in Fabio Wardley. At this stage, it's more than just a fight. It's about pride and legacy. Parker, calm yet determined, wants to silence doubt. Hitters collide. There's no backing down. Both are fighting for their place at the top. Parker defends his legacy. Wardley is trying to build his...
Parker versus Wardley. Excellent fight in terms of Wardley. Now Wardley got out of jail in his last one.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is it the right fight for Fabio?
Well, I think Joe Parker wins it. I think
does that make it the right fight for Fabio?
The guy that
it's the right opportunity. It's all about opportunity, and you have to say it's the right fight. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
for Fabio.
So. Absolutely. Look, they're both at the top of the tree.
One will rise, the other will fall. It's that simple. Adam Smith's calm take on the heated face-off shows how real this rivalry is. That brief flash of emotion made the world pay attention. It remains stronger men. Fabio's power is dangerous, but Parker's control and experience could make the difference. Spencer Oliver captures the heart of this matchup. Fabio's grit against Parker's make him hard to catch off guard. Still, Fabio's resistance.
But he needs a big fight, and if Alexander Usyk is going to wait and maybe not fight until 2026, Parker needs to be back in the ring. I think it's a really interesting fight against Fabio Wardley.
Yeah,
Wardley, of course, who's undefeated still, but lucky maybe, some would say, after being outboxed round after round against Justice Hooney at his beloved Portman Road. But the last thing a puncher loses is that right hand, and that's all he needed, all she wrote that night.
Is that luck? Brilliance can't be ignored. If he's learned from past fights, this could turn into a tactical battle. When analysts like Simon Jordan and Adam Catterall debate, the fight matters. Fabio's last match showed courage but also vulnerability. Facing Parker now is both his biggest opportunity and greatest risk. For Fabio, this is about proving he belongs. For Parker, it's about preserving the edge. His adaptability, ring IQ, and timing make the difference. Fabio might rely on power.
Into that. Yeah, I think
fight? That's been announced.
Yes, I love that fight. I think it's a great fight.
Wins. Johnny Nelson describes Parker as a calculated danger, controlled, precise, and deliberate. Every move is planned. Every punch has purpose. Once Parker finds his rhythm, opponents matchup dangerous for Fabio. Adam Smith called it right. This is the best version of Parker we've seen. Under Andy Lee's guidance, Parker has sharpened his defense and refined his tactics. Fabio's heavy right hand has worked.
Frame bombs and somebody will go. It's going to be a great fight. All or nothing. It's on the line. The winner will get Usyk. That's what they're fighting.
Dragged into wild exchanges. Fabio hits hard, but Parker fights with intelligence. Well against lesser opponents. But against Parker, that won't be enough. Parker's rhythm and experience can neutralize power in seconds. He's too smart to get dragged. Moment with Fabio, this fight isn't just about winning, it's about earning respect. Derek Chisora might be backing Wardley, but predictions don't decide outcomes. This fight is a risk for both, but it's Wardley stepping into deep water. He's never faced a boxer.
Speak for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not. But these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger. And we wait to see what happens.
As polished as Parker, someone who balances pressure with patience. Parker knows how to survive chaos and dictate whether the same energy shows up in the ring. Eddie Hearn's praise for Parker says a lot. From beating Deontay Wilder to stopping Zhang, Parker's proven he's back among the elite. He's not chasing attention, he's chasing greatness. Hearn's already talking about major fights ahead, but before any of that, Parker must get through a dangerous challenge in Fabio Wardley.
I think it's a great fight. I mean, firstly, Joe Parker is on an incredible run.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's beaten Wilder when no one really wanted to fight him. He's beaten Zhang when he was like the bogeyman, and he's just beaten Bakoli, although, on short notice. I mean, that was a dangerous fight to take. So
Absolutely.
I love Joe. I think he deserves an opportunity. Joe against Dubois, Joe against Usyk, Joe against AJ. They're all great fights.
Prove his dominance, or will Wardley shock the world? Wardley. At this stage, it's more than just a fight. It's about pride and legacy. Parker, calm yet determined, wants to silence doubts and remind everyone why he belongs at the top. Fabio's confidence sells the show, but Parker's control could win the war. This fight might shape the next heavyweight contender. The question is, will Parker prove his dominance?